people think I need to start saying with my dad. But when I say daddy, they be like, "Ooh, your dude out." Man, you hear me that? You hear me?
Yes.
Do you hear me that? I said I need to start saying my dad, because when I be like on the date with my daddy on Instagram, somebody's like, "Oh, your dude out." Did you hear me?
What?
I said I was like taking my daddy on a date. Somebody gonna say, "Oh, your dude's out." I need to start saying dad, 'cause people are creeps. No, that's not what I was talking about.
I'm not crazy, bro, but I ain't even finna get into all that shit, bro, because you gonna start saying some extra other shit and saying I'm on some funny shit, and just like you did the other day. But you know what you did, I know what you did, yeah, so it is what it is. I put it past me, but you seem like you just keep, laugh about the shit, but it is what it is.
You're crazy. You're really in denial.
Oh, I'm in denial, but I did nothing.
Oh my God. You did nothing.
I'm in jail.
Valentine's Day 2024. Sacramento, California. A well-lit shopping center parking lot on Florin Road. 11:20 at night. A 26-year-old mother of two is sitting in a car outside a restaurant, waiting on a conversation that was supposed to be about her children. Instead, it became the last moments of her life.
Is still on the run. The family of the mother killed last week in the Pocket neighborhood is pleading with whoever is responsible to turn themselves in.
Yeah, her family says the victim is a 26-year-old loving mother of two young children. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias has their emotional plea for help.
A slew of emotions hit as this Sacramento family tries to understand how their sister, 26-year-old Chasity Sparkman, was killed on Valentine's Day.
It's especially hard for her kids. My auntie has to sit here and, deal with the mood swings, and she's trying to cope herself, so we're not okay. We're trying to be, but we're not okay.
The shooting happened around 11:30 p.m. Wednesday in the Lake Crest Village shopping center in the Pocket neighborhood. Sparkman's family says from what they know, Chassity was there meeting with her husband when things turned violent.
Welcome to Caught in the Web True Crime Stories. Kindly support us by subscribing to this channel and turn the notification icon.
I know the truth. We want an investigation.
Justice.
We want justice. We want them to turn themselves in. If they had nothing to hide, then
These kids know everything.
they should be able to come forward and clear their name.
Chasity Rose Sparkman was born in Sacramento in July of 1997. The middle name Rose felt almost prophetic. Her family described her as someone whose warmth filled every room she stepped into. Unfiltered, honest, and full of energy. She came from a large blended family, and from an early age she understood what it meant to love people unconditionally, even when things were complicated. But the center of her world, her entire reason for pushing through every hard day, were her two children, old 8-year-old Zayone and 6-year-old Princella. Everything Chassity did, every decision she made, every sacrifice was for them.
Baby, come give me something new. Then you move. Baby, come give me something new. Get your ass out the way. 'Cause I can't stop.
She was pursuing a degree at Sacramento City College, working to build a music career and holding down a job, all at the same time. Not because life was easy, but because her children deserved the best she could give them. The father of her children was 25-year-old Isaiah James. Their connection went all the way back to elementary school. They became romantic as teenagers, and to the outside world, especially on social media, they looked like a family making it work. Isaiah documented outings, family moments, the kind of posts that make a relationship look functional, even loving. But the reality behind those posts was far more tangled.
Me and babe. Stop doing that stupid ass shit. Oh, now you want to sit there like you was just sitting there? I will kill us right now.
In a Facebook post Chassity wrote in January 2017, captures the tension honestly. She admitted that living together was hard, sometimes frustrating, but she was committed to making it work because they shared a child and she loved him. She acknowledged their long history. She also made something very clear. She would never let love blind her judgment. Isaiah's background included legal trouble and a messy dynamic with another woman who also had his child. That outside tension didn't stay outside. It repeatedly spilled into his relationship with Chassity. Jealousy, accusations, drama playing out in public social media exchanges. In March of 2019, Isaiah was incarcerated.
Oh, nobody. They can't even hear you guys. They can't even hear you. Huh?
And they was like, well, we don't got no other ones for it.
Say hi to my knee.
He was like, no, 5:30.
We drew a picture of me. Hey, I look cute, y'all look bad as fuck. That's what be my me. Huh?
Around that time, Chassity shared a screenshot of a text exchange between them. In it, she told him plainly, she didn't want to be with him anymore. Isaiah pushed back. He said he wasn't happy with someone else. He talked about wanting to marry her, admitted he had been using another woman financially, and claimed he wanted to reconcile. 6 months later, on September 20th, 2019, Chassity married him anyway, while he was still behind bars. But within a month of that marriage, something shifted. Chassity began a new relationship with another man, also named Isaiah Frazier, who went by Uzi Clico, and who was also incarcerated at the time. 2 men, same first name, both behind bars. Whether this was a conscious choice, a response to loneliness, or simply the complicated reality of her life, Chassity committed. By October 2020, she was publicly celebrating their 1-year anniversary. She posted love letters addressed to him, about how he was still being the man he was before he went down, still providing for her somehow, still loving her fully. Meanwhile, recorded jail calls with Isaiah James told a very different story.
I'm not crazy, bro, but I ain't even finna get into all that shit, bro, because you gonna start saying some other shit and saying I'm on some funny shit and just like you did the other day, but you know what you did, I know what you did, yeah, so it is what it is. I put it past me, but you seem like you just keep, laugh about the shit, but it is what it is. Wow.
He repeatedly accused her of abandoning him, of moving on. She was done. During this period, Chassity's posts paint a picture of someone actively processing pain. She wrote about betrayal, about keeping her heart pure and still being hurt. She warned others not to dismiss a woman who stays with a man who cheats, because these men are skilled at deception. She posted about toxic people trying to control your narrative when they can no longer control you, and how you have to stay above it and trust that the truth will surface. These weren't abstract observations. She was writing from experience. She also wrestled openly with how to handle her children's relationship with their father. She debated whether to bring the kids to visit Isaiah James in prison, writing that she didn't want it to become a habit. It reportedly took her nearly 5 months before she made that first visit. Isaiah Frazier, she visited regularly. When Isaiah James was eventually released, his behavior became increasingly erratic. By 2024, he had moved on, at least on the surface, to a relationship with 25-year-old Ayana Burgos. On the evening of February 14, Isaiah called Chassity and asked her to meet him at the Lake Crest Village Shopping Center in Sacramento's Pocket neighborhood. She agreed and arrived at 11:17 p.m. What she didn't know, or couldn't have fully prepared for, was that Isaiah showed up with Ayana. What exactly was said in that parking lot isn't fully known. What is known is that Isaiah pulled out a weapon and shot Chassity. When the two then left the scene immediately, when first responders arrived, Chassity was still alive. She was rushed to the hospital where doctors fought to save her. She did not survive.
The family of the mother killed last week in the Pocket neighborhood is pleading with whoever is responsible to turn themselves in.
Yeah, her family says the victim is a 26-year-old loving mother of 2 young children. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias has their emotional plea for help.
A slew of emotions hit as this Sacramento family tries to understand how their sister, 26-year-old Chasity Sparkman, was killed on Valentine's Day.
It's especially hard for her kids. My AT has to sit here and, deal with the mood swings, and she's trying to cope herself, so we're not okay. We're trying to be, but we're not okay.
The shooting happened around 11:30 p.m. Wednesday in the Lake Crest Village shopping center in the Pocket neighborhood. Sparkman's family says from what they know, Chassity was there meeting with her husband when things turned violent.
We want to know the truth, you know. We want an investigation. We want justice. We want them to turn themselves in. If they had nothing to hide, then they should be able to come forward and clear their name. You know, we're just hurting.
We asked police if she was there meeting her husband. They told us they're actively looking for suspects and don't want to compromise the investigation. As her family searches for answers, they're trying to focus on the lasting memories made with Chassity.
She was a firecracker. She loved everyone. She loved her family. She was very family oriented. If you know my sister, you know you guys could argue one day and she's gonna call you the next and say, I don't care about you being mad, girl, what you doing?
In the days following the shooting, Chassity's family was shattered, but not silent. Her father made a public Facebook post directly naming Isaiah James and Ayanna Burgos. Her family gave interviews pleading with whoever was responsible to come forward to clear their name if they had nothing to hide.
I want to know the truth because it hits different. You know, so people understand, I've lost a lot. I've lost a lot in my time, brothers, sisters, mother, father, stuff like that, cousins. But it hits different when it's your child. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that kid blowing my phone up all day, every day no more.
The father of 20 children says his daughter was studying psychology at Sacramento City College. She mainly would focus on her music, work, and caring for her kids. Those kids will now be adopted by her aunt, which was Chassity's request. Alfonso now asking why this happened to his daughter.
It's kind of like being hurt, sad, angry, and afraid at the same time. Because you don't know what to be mentally. You know what I'm saying? My emotions are all over the place. As soon as they get apprehended, I feel a lot better. Once I know they're in custody, I be able to breathe. Because jail is hell for anybody. Because I feel once you're behind bars, you consider you deceased.
Her children's guardian, her aunt, was left trying to help two grieving kids understand why their mother was gone. Her father described the feeling as unlike any loss he'd experienced before. He had buried siblings, parents, cousins, but this, he said, hit differently. Their investigators worked around the clock. Working alongside the FBI, they tracked Isaiah James and Ayanna Burgos to New York City, where both were located and taken into custody. They were held pending extradition back to Sacramento to face charges. Ayanna's exact role in the events of that night remains a subject of scrutiny. Whether she knew what Isaiah intended, whether Chassity even knew she would be there. What remains difficult to answer is this. If Isaiah had moved on, why was there still this fixation on Chassity? What was the purpose of that meeting? On February 21st, 2024, friends and family gathered at Lake Crest Village Shopping Center for a candlelight vigil. They brought balloons, flowers, hugs, and questions they couldn't answer. They stood in the same parking lot where Chassity had taken her last breaths and demanded that her life not be reduced to a headline. Her homegoing service was held on March 12, 2024, at St. Paul Church in Sacramento. Those who loved her filled the space with the same energy she always brought into rooms. Pink, heart-shaped balloons, tears, laughter through grief, chants of her name. Her final Facebook post, written just 3 days before her murder on February 11, 2024, was about peace, about surrounding herself with people who helped her grow, about learning and evolving, about becoming. Chassity's sister, Nyana Alyssa, organized a memorial in her honor. Instead of balloons, she asked loved ones to bring single roses, one at a time throughout the day, and place them at the site where Chassity was killed. The reasoning was simple and heartbreaking. Roses felt right for Valentine's Day. They felt personal, given that Chassity's middle name was Rose, and each flower placed at that spot would represent the bouquet she should have received that day. Nyana reminded everyone that Zayone and Princella are still grieving. They still need to know their mother has not been forgotten. Chasity Sparkman was 26 years old. She was a mother, a student, an artist, a daughter, a sister, a friend. She was building something. She had plans. The world didn't get to see what she would have become, But the people who loved her will never stop making sure the world knows she was here. Stay alert, trust your instincts, and don't look away from the warning signs. I'll see you in the next case, right here on Caught in the Web True Crime Stories.